You're watching News 19 Saturday Morning.
Hello and welcome to the second half of News 19 Saturday Morning. Thanks for joining us. I'm Loren Thomas. What's a rare sight for the Deep South this morning? Snow has been blanketing all across parts of Alabama and Georgia since Friday, and a winter storm warning was in effect across much of Alabama until late last night. Some parts of the South saw snowfall up to 4 to 6 inches in some parts, but most places saw 1 to 3 inches. Black ice still remains on some of the roads, and drivers are being warned to be safe when heading out. Well, that rare sight, we did not see that here in the Midlands, but we are seeing some kind of cooler temperatures though, Daniel, right?
Yeah, it is chilly outside, and no doubt it was chilly yesterday as well, but the upstate of South Carolina, so we had some snow, so we weren't too far away from it, about 60 miles farther south, and then it'd be a different story today for us here in the Midlands. Starting to see a little bit of rain move through portions of the extreme western part of Newberry and Saluda counties, so we may see a little bit of drizzle later this afternoon or this morning. It is still chilly outside, 39 degrees Columbia, 38 degrees in Sumter, 40 degrees in Orangeburg, a little bit cooler in the upstate of South Carolina. A little bit of a breeze out there is making it feel a touch cooler. Wind chill values at 35 degrees in Sumter, 34 is what it feels like in Columbia. Feels like 31 degrees in Rock Hill, 30 degrees is what it feels like currently in Anderson. But this is what we're expecting for today. Cloudy skies, a sprinkle, maybe a little bit of light rain possible. 46 degrees are high, so a very chilly start to our weekend. And then for tonight, we'll see mostly clear skies. It's going to be cold too, with lows dropping down to around 28 degrees. And it's going to be breezy tonight too, so that's going to make it feel a touch cooler. 55 degrees on Monday. And then looking ahead towards Tuesday, we'll call it partly cloudy skies, as another system kind of swings through the area. Not expecting any rain with that system, but it will bring in some slightly cooler air by Wednesday. 45 degrees our high Wednesday with a low of about 28 degrees. But in the short term, mostly cloudy skies today. Can't totally rule out a sprinkle, maybe a little bit of light rain. Otherwise, just a mostly cloudy day and a chilly day with high temperatures right around 46 degrees. As we mentioned, tomorrow, lots of sunshine. Still cool though, with highs right around 50. We'll take a look at your 7-day forecast coming up in just a few minutes. Lauren?
All right, thanks, Daniel. With the cold weather sweeping the Midlands, that means something else will probably be making its way around too. That's right. What's cold weather without a cold or two? Today, we take a look to see just what it is that causes the cold when the weather drops.
When you think of cold, well, it's hard not to mix it in with getting sick. After all, where did the common cold get its name? It turns out, according to researchers at Yale, cooler air does make getting sick easier. Get this, it has nothing to do with your body. Instead, the germs that make you sick, just like the cold. The Yale study found that the germs that cause the common cold replicate better in cooler environments, like your nose, when you walk outside in cooler weather. As for bundling up to stay warm, sure, it makes you comfortable, but won't stop you from getting sick. According to this Men's Health article from January, no clothing can protect you unless it's literally covering your nose and mouth.
All right, so before heading out the door, be sure to bundle up and cover your mouth and nose. Also, if you're feeling sick, be sure to stay home and try to recover, as the cold is contagious. Now, while we want to help you stay healthy, there are dangers this holiday season as well. We want to spend the holidays at home, not in the hospital. The Consumer Product Safety Commission says on average there are 1,300 fires related to Christmas trees and candles each year. Those fires lead to 150 emergency room visits and deaths. Experts say you should throw away any light strands that have broken bulbs or frayed wires. The packaging should indicate that they are UL certified, and if you upgraded to newer technology, don't be complacent.
LED lights require less of a current, so they generally don't get as hot as an ordinary light, but they do pose the same hazard in terms of the wires being frayed, the bulbs being broken.
Some other tips: real trees should be watered regularly. Make sure working smoke alarms are in your place on every floor. Also, never leave a lit candle unattended. Well, Governor Henry McMaster wants you to fire the head of Santee Cooper. McMaster wrote a letter to the utility chairman, Leighton Lord, saying he plans to remove him in 10 days unless Lord responds by next Friday. McMaster says he thinks Lord has purposefully not turned over all the documents he has asked for concerning the 2 nuclear reactors that were built at the VC Summer plant. The governor also thinks Loren has intentionally avoided legislative hearings on the failed reactors. Santee Cooper partnered with private company ScanaCorp. South Carolina ratepayers have spent nearly $2 billion on the failed project. Samsung is bringing two rival universities together to help create the future of home appliances. The South Korean electronics company is opening a new plant in the state, and that's going to be in Newberry. It wants students from the University of South Carolina and Clemson University to help in future engineering and technology. When Harper's closed their doors several months ago without much warning, it left lots of people wondering what's going to take its place. Well, we found out that it might turn into a Zaxby's. Having the drive-through would require a special inspection from the City of Columbia's Board of Zoning Appeals to be built there, and the new proposal has started a conversation of whether having a fast food chain would fit inside the community. Some say that the 5 Points area should remain more of a local spot. Others think having a business there is better than nothing at all.
If it's Zaxby's or nothing there, I think the idea is, of course, it's their right to purchase that property and open up a business there. I would say I'm more for it, though, than against it right now, since I don't know other businesses are trying to compete for it.
The 5 Points Association says they're opposed to the drive-through and released this statement. This possibly will lead to a tipping point in the history of 5 Points, a significant head nod to how 5 Points will develop in the future. By introducing a fast food drive-through in lower 5 Points, 5 Points will be moving away from the Future 5 master plan and design overlay, which was endorsed and implemented by City Council in August of 2006. The Board of Zoning Appeals plans on discussing the proposal on Tuesday. Well, despite the cold and rainy weather, people still made their way out to Walmarts throughout the area to donate to our Stuff a Bus event. All the toys, food, and clothes are going to families in need. News 19's Kayla Bennett has a recap of the event.
Look at all of the donations we have received at our Stuff a Bus event at the Walmart on Harbison. You guys have been truly amazing with the gifts that we have. We have Barbies, we have Hot Wheels, we have basketballs, we have games like Operation, anything you can think of. You guys have donated, and we want to thank you. To give you a quick look at some numbers, people have donated more than 600 toys. There are more than 500 pounds of food that were donated, about 20 bikes. People here have been truly amazing, and we spoke to some of these folks about why they donated.
We just thought this would be a really good way to spend a Christmas instead of buying gifts for each other, to go out and buy gifts for someone who really needed it.
I just feel like giving is just the best thing to do to make anybody happy for a good Christmas. This makes me feel good because everybody need a helping hand, because when I was coming up, I didn't always get what I wanted, so it's just great to give.
We're in a position where we can at being in the Air Force now, so it's a great opportunity to come out and help while we can, and it's something that I've always wanted to do.
Want to make sure that nobody's left out. Something's better than nothing at all, and we wanted to contribute and make sure that all kids have a good Christmas.
Oh, this is wonderful. This is really wonderful. I mean, the kids deserve it, and people are coming out even in spite of the rain. The spirit of Christmas, the Christmas giving, is going on right now. That's great.
I can barely move right now. You guys have been truly amazing. Now, it was rainy, so if you did not get out to donate, don't worry. They are still going to be some Salvation Army buckets where they will be taking monetary donations, and those will go to children in need. Reporting at the Harbison Walmart, Kayla Bennett, News 19, WLTX.
Well, 'tis the season for giving and the season for colder weather. What we can expect for the rest of the week coming up after the break. Plus, more than 143,000 acres of land has been burned in California wildfires, how even animals are evacuating. And it's more than just a toy, how kids in need are getting customized bikes this holiday season.